Welcome back to Grow Tropical Fruits. I'm just going to do a quick video today, a follow-up video on the rooted cuttings that I showed a couple months ago, and I just wanted to see if there was any progress from the previous time I had showed you. So let's just take a look. Things have changed a bit since I showed you last, and the bin got a little bit more exposed to some light on the right side here. So we can see already there's some stuff that just got torched because sunlight was hitting the plastic dome, and that was causing a magnification or it to overheat and burn some stuff. So we'll just take a look. It's no big deal if things don't make it. We'll start over here on the left side, the side that didn't get torched by the sun. This one here was the Anomaly that I had potted up, and you can see this set of 4 leaves is all new since then. So this is definitely alive and happy. Let's just take a look at it and see if there's anything going on underneath. Oh, yep, sure enough, I can see that there's some roots sticking out the bottom there that I need to be careful not to break. So I'm just gonna pull that out carefully. Ignore this name, this is not an inflata. So it has a good root that's coming all the way out the bottom. I don't want it out the bottom, I'd rather it be in the pot. Let's take another look at this rooted cutting, and see if there's anything else to observe. Now if we look down here, we can see that it is sprouting another branch from the base here. So that will be another branch coming out of there, at least one. This seems pretty happy. So this one I think I could take out of the dome if I wanted and move it into just the yard. I'm gonna try pull this root into the pot and then let it resettle into the bottom. Let's see if we can try that real quick. I'm just gonna carefully dump it. So I just have my hands on the side. Since I've firmly packed the potting mix, it should hold together pretty well. So I'm just going to kind of slowly let it fall into my hand and then guide this main root back in, hopefully without breaking the side feeder roots off of it. I guess I could add some more material on the bottom. Just grab a handful, hopefully no rooted cuttings are in it. Position that like there. Okay. I'll squish that back down. Now that root should be trapped in there a little bit longer and hopefully get a little bit more developed before it pokes out the bottom again. So we got some good news on that one. It's alive and well and still doing okay. Let's look at these other ones that I have going. So here was one that wasn't rooted yet, but it was in the same cuttings that this one is, and you can see it's still got its main leaves. I don't know if those are new leaves actually, so let's just pull it out and see if there's any roots. That looks like a root to me. I think this might be rooted. It could be these roots of this weed, but we'll pull this out and see what happens. Pull this out. Maybe not. This doesn't feel like it's rooted. Nope. So even though this is still holding onto its leaves, it is not rooted. That's just some other root. Probably, like I said, that fern in here. So we'll just stick it back in here. I don't think it's going to work, but it's still got its leaves. Oh, I broke that off. Let's break it off a little lower, down to here. Looks like it's got some green in there. Stab that into the root riot plug. Okay, false alarm on that one. Gotta get my hopes up a little bit. That's fine. Just kind of wedge this into the mix here again. Put it this way so it's not touching against the humidity dome. And then let's see what else is in here. So this rooted cutting has got all this new growth here at the end. So that's for sure alive and well and happy. Looks like it got a little hot, but I'm just gonna leave it in there, let it continue its journey. If I look around, I'm not seeing new growth coming out of these rooted leaves yet. Let me look a little closer. Yeah, I'm not seeing new growth. So even though you can root leaves, getting them to grow a branch from it takes longer, if nothing else. If it is harder, we'll find out. So I'll let those continue. Well, let's keep looking around and see what else we have in here. So we have these Anomaly cuttings as well. They were rooted last time, but they were pretty weak roots. So I'll just kind of get underneath this section here and see if there's anything going on inside. So it does have a little tiny root going, but nothing really quite remarkable yet. So we'll put that back where it was. And the act of touching this while it's trying to root is not ideal, but I don't really care that much if I damage them. This is all for experimentation. So this one here, it seems happy. If I do a slight tug on it, it feels like it's rooted in. So I'm gonna leave it in its root right plug. I think this one's rooted, but it's not well rooted yet. So I'll wedge that back in. And then this last one here, let's see if there's anything remarkable going on. So I'm not seeing root coming out the side. If I do a little tug on it, it feels pretty snug in there. So I think this one is also rooted, but needs more time. To be honest, this is pretty dry. It should be wetter. So I think I need to water this a little bit more often. I've been relying on the dome keeping a high humidity and keeping it moist in here, but I think I need to actually spray some nutrient water and some water in general in here, rainwater. So I'm just packing some, I unearthed rooted leaf. No new growth on it, but it does have the roots still alive, so we'll try and lay this back in here after I just disturbed it. There's too many rooted leaves in here. I don't know where to take the soil from. Try this corner over here. Okay. Now over to this side where it got torched. You can take a look and see if anything is rooted on this side. So this one here doesn't look alive, but I'll just, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's dead. I'll just leave it in here though. Same with this one. No roots, no leaves. Pretty much it's dead. Now this big leaf was green last time I had it in here, and it was green up until the point I moved some stuff around and made the sunlight hit it. This was not rooted last time I looked in here, but because it still has some green, let's just take a look at it and see if it's rooted at all. So I'm just gonna kind of, well, it feels pretty snug, so let's kind of peel it out and see what happens. Oh, there's some roots. Okay. That's cool. So this, I think this is a lemongrass, Ariana lemongrass leaf that broke off from the wind a couple months ago or so, maybe like 3 months ago. I mean, I just stuck it in here just to see what would happen. I don't think I put any hormone on this particular one either, but it's got a healthy set of roots started, even though it's gotten torched up here. So hopefully it stays alive because this is cool. But again, getting it to transition from a rooted leaf into a rooted growing cutting is a step I haven't gotten to yet. I can root cuttings, but rooted leaves, I haven't been able to get them to turn into a plant. But I am really new at this, so with some more time, I'm sure I'll figure it out. Let's just give it a little bit more material to work with now that I disturbed it. I'm going to come back through and probably spray some water with some nutrients in it. I'll most likely use fulvic humic acid and spray that in there. Maybe I'll also add some thiamine B1 vitamin to the water, like a very minute amount, but just to give it some nutrients in case that's going to help with anything. These finger limes, they root pretty easily, so these probably have some roots since they're not dead yet. If I start tugging on it, I can feel that it's in there snug, so we'll just let that be for now. I'll pot it up later. Let's look at this one leaf in the back. I'm going to spin this around. I don't remember this leaf here. I think I might have added this in since the video. Yeah, this is a new addition, so this doesn't have any roots yet. We'll just leave that there. Maybe it'll end up rooted. But yeah, in any case, this particular one, this Anomaly rooted cutting, it's got a bunch of new growth. It's growing new branches at the bottom, and this is almost as ready to go. I'm going to let it live in this dome a little bit longer, stretch its legs some more, and then afterwards, after a couple more pushes of growth, it should be good on its own. It's already good on its own now, but I just want to give it its best chance since it is a bit more rare. I need to give this a little bit of a watering, put it back where it was, and leave it be for a while again. This has been 2 months since the last video. This particular rooted cutting here, I'm just gonna leave out of the bin. It doesn't need to be in there. This had a really healthy root system, and it's got a good amount of foliage. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of an update. I don't think you really learned anything other than leaves can be rooted too. We'll find out whether or not that turns into anything in the long run. You guys have a good one. Aloha.